Welcome to our comprehensive review of Zygor Guides, the world's only dynamic in-game World of Warcraft guide. Before we get started on the review, I'd like to mention that you can begin your free trial of Zygor Guides today by clicking the link in the description. If you like what you see in this review, give Zygor a try. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Thanks for watching. Welcome to my review on Zygor Guides. This guide is mainly going to cover the leveling capabilities of Zygor Guides. Now, Zygor Guides allows you to basically streamline the process of leveling in World of Warcraft, gathering, doing your professions, just about anything. You know what? Let's just jump into the program right now and take a look at exactly what it does. But first, I'm going to explain what Zygor Guides is. Zygor Guides is not a third-party program like a bot in World of Warcraft, which means that you won't get banned for using it. It's completely 100% within Blizzard's terms of service, so you're not breaching any end-user license agreements by using this. Let's get Zygor Guides up right now in the game, and mine isn't visible. You can click the minimap icon for Zygor Guides, or you can type in slash or forward slash Zygor visible. Now you can see that the Zygor add-on is open in game, and it's already hooked us up with the correct leveling profile. But let's just take a look at what other guides that Zygor has available. So it will automatically recommend guides. It will underline them and put them in a special color so you can see, oh, hey, well, I should be leveling, either in the Eastern Kingdoms or Kalimdor in Stone Talon Mountains or in the Hinterlands or Northern Stranglethorn. So if you're new to the game, it's just really friendly for old users and new users. It tells you exactly where to go, exactly what to do. That's what's so nice about this add-on, is that it just detects everything. So if you're some nebulously random level like level 31, it'll say like, oh well, let's load up the right quests and let's see what quests you've already done in the zone, and we'll tell you where to go next. And it will literally direct you along every step of every single quest in the game. So you have this little GPS arrow down here that tells you how far away the next objective is, and then over here you have information about what to do. But let's just take a look at what else this add-on offers. So we have our leveling guides for people that have hit max level or want to do Lore Master while they're leveling. They also have a Lore Master guide, which teaches you how to get the Lore Master achievement, which is a very difficult achievement to get in World of Warcraft. It's a huge time investment, but Zygor cuts out a lot of the time you need to invest in getting the Lore Master achievement. Obviously for 90s, we have dailies guides on Zygor. Events for the world events like the Christmas event and the Halloween events. Dungeons, if you don't exactly know where to go in the dungeon if you're tanking, it can sometimes kind of be embarrassing if you're tanking a dungeon for the first time and your group's like, hey tank, where are you going? So that's really handy to have. Gear is just, it advises you what upgrades you should get for each slot. So if you're ever lost and you don't know your stat weights and you don't want to spend a lot of time going online to look up your stat weights for your class and spec, Zygor Guides is always updated. It always has updated information, and so it'll always tell you what the best stat weights are and the best stats and gear are to use for your character. And it will say like, okay, if you want to upgrade your waist, go get Belt of the Fang from such and such instance, and so on and so forth. Let's just open up these profiles again so we can take a look at them. Professions, if you want to level up mining, skinning, herbing, jewel crafting, so on and so forth, it will teach you exactly how to do that step by step. Achievements, if you just want to get a specific achievement, let's take a look at some of the achievements. You can literally page through any of the meta achievements in the game here, and it'll give you step-by-step instructions on how to get those. If you see another player with an awesome pet or mount and you're new to the game and you've never seen that before, they have pet and mount guides as well on how to get different battle pets. This is particularly useful for battle pets, such as the, let's take a look, Unborn Valkyr. The Unborn Valkyr is a really rare pet. It just came out with patch 5.3 and everybody wants it. So you just click the Z for Zygor right next to the pet in your journal, and it'll tell you step by step how to get that pet, where to farm it, what waypoints to go to. This is just useful for anybody. If you play World of Warcraft for PvP, PvE, pet battles, raids, dungeons, you'll get so much use out of Zygor Guides. Titles, reputations, macros, it has it all. It really does. But for right now, let's just focus on the leveling profile. So it's automatically detected, okay, you're in Stone Talon Mountains, and you should be using this profile. So you click it, click accept, and it will lead you to the next step of the quest. So it just automatically detects where you are. Another great feature is that a lot of players will have a lot of quest clutter. And what I mean by that is when you open your quest log, you'll have old quests that are just no longer relevant to you. They'll just be really annoying, clutter up your clutter up your quest log so you won't be able to accept new quests. But if you actually have any quests that you don't want, you can use the quest log cleanup feature, which is right here, right next to the profile selector. So let's just see how easy this is. It's telling us to go kill Gorenzo the Traitor, so let's just mount up really quick and follow the waypoint. It says we'll get there in approximately well, it said 1:24, but now it's just ticking down. It's really nice to just know how long it's going to take you to get there, and for a person who's really OCD about things like that, like me, it's just nice to have that, extra feature there. You're going to get there in 22 seconds, 21. It just makes you a little bit more patient. Now, you could actually spend all your time looking up all this information yourself on sites like Wowhead or any other site that has questing information and tutorials, but you have to tab back and forth between your game and your web browser, and that just isn't very intuitive or fun. Zygor Guides just it's so streamlined. You'll never use the web again to find information about World of Warcraft once you have Zygor, because it's all right there at your fingertips. In game, you won't have to leave the game, break your gaming experience whatsoever. And the best part of all, it adapts to what you're doing in game. It's a dynamic guide. So, if you're leveling with heirlooms, for example, and you're out leveling a traditional guide online, Zygor understands that you're wearing heirlooms and will adjust the guide accordingly to allow for the maximum XP per hour. So we're just going to keep following this path as Gorenzo is 41 yards away. Just going to go through these goblins and sap them. Alright. And Gorenzo is taking it to the face like a champion. But he's holding up. He's holding up. Goodbye, Gorenzo. Now, the other really nice feature is that you just barely saw the quest text there as I clicked it. When you open up Zygor Guides, you have a couple of different options that you can select. Let's take a look at this. So Zygor Guides has a ton of options, but one of the options that I decided to choose, I'm just going to grab this quest item first, and then I'll show you guys. Want to get out of the range of enemies before I start showing you more features of the program. But before I open it up and start showing you guys the settings, or the various stuff that you can change about Zygor Guides, one of the amazing features is that Zygor Guides automatically accepts quest rewards and completes quests instead of you actually having to read the quest text and click complete quest manually. So it saves a lot of time. It does the same thing for flight paths and vendoring gray items if you set it that way. And the nice thing is that it doesn't do that for mobs, or it doesn't do that for NPCs that aren't relevant to the current quest. So if you talk to an NPC that has nothing to do with your current quest, you can still talk to them as normal and read what they have to say, or select older quests if you want to get an older reward. But if it detects that you're talking to an NPC relevant to the current quest, it will just automatically page it on that information instantly and accept the quest or complete the quest. It's really nice in that way. So let's take a look at some of the settings now that we're out of the distance of enemies. So you can see that there's just a lot of different settings here. I'm not going to go through all of them because it's quite comprehensive. We might dedicate a video to that separately actually. You can just choose settings like suggest equipping new gear. If you don't like the feature and you already know your stat weights and you want to customize your own gear, then you can just do that. That's fine. Model viewer. If you have like an older computer and you want to disable the 3D models because it's causing problems, then you can go ahead and do that. There's so many features that I can't really possibly go through them all. We'd waste about 5 minutes of time in the video just talking about all the different settings, and they're quite intuitive when you read them. It's really simple. The learning curve for Zygor is just really small. It's one of the easier add-ons I've used and one of the easier programs I've reviewed in my time for World of Warcraft. So the entire thing is packaged within World of Warcraft's API, their add-on development API, which means that Zygor Guides is completely compliant with World of Warcraft in the sense that it doesn't inject anything or use any kind of third-party software like bots. And bots are kind of the main solution these days for most players, or at least most players appear to be using bots if they want to level up a bunch of alts. But if you're smart and you don't want to risk your account, Zygor Guides is almost as fast as botting and a heck of a lot safer. I mean, it really just directs you so easily. It just streamlines everything in the game that it makes it almost as simple as botting, which is pretty good for something that's not against the terms of service, if you ask me. Alright, so rumble in the lumber mill. We have to collect Huntress Iliona's cage key from Warlord Rocktrog. Alright, let's go ahead and spawn the Warlord and kill him and free our friend Huntress Iliona. Now you all die. Nah, I'm afraid you're gonna be the one dying, sir. Oop, whirlwind. Always got to watch out for that. Yeah, we're just gonna tease him a little bit. Come on. Come on. That's right. Alright, we got her cage key. Let's get her out of that cage. Come on. Out you go. Alright, now it leads us to the next step. And I also wanted to mention that you can skip back and forward to the next and previous steps by clicking the arrow keys right here, which is pretty handy if you get stuck on a certain step and need to review something from the past, or maybe you just want to look into the future. Maybe you want to be a psychic. Alright, so let's go ahead and ride up to the path, apparently. 300 yards away, approximately 30 seconds. We're having stuff thrown at us. So as you can see, this just really improves the leveling experience in World of Warcraft. And if Blizzard made Zygor guides, if Blizzard made their own version of Zygor guides, my god, they would get so many people resubbing. I guarantee you it. But at the same time, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because if more people level more characters quickly, then that means Blizzard is probably going to have less subscription fees in the long run. Alright, so now we gotta go talk to Lord Falomir. See, as soon as we got to that waypoint, it just leads us to the right, to the next waypoint. It's really awesome. I don't think I'll ever level a character regularly again. Alright, so here's Lord Falomir just chilling with his 2 men.
Greetings.
Ah, and see, there comes an equip suggestion. This is what I mean. When you get quest rewards, it's or when you get upgrades in your bags, it recommends you equip them. So we're going to exchange these boots automatically for our old ones. Let's empty out our bags a little bit. I'm just going to delete this stuff. Don't have time to sell it. I just deleted the blue item. Oops. Okay, so now a couple of other quests popped up. One other thing. I just saw this when I accidentally right-clicked on the arrow. If you right-click on the waypoint arrow, you get a lot of different options. For example, your travel preferences. Fastest, using every trick, so if you want to just get there really fast and use every shortcut, click that. Fast, without items. Comfortable, if you prefer flights. So you can select your travel style. Gives you estimated time. You can disable travel routes, and just a bunch of other stuff relevant to the GPS feature of the program. Kind of like TomTom, the add-on for World of Warcraft, but way better.
Well met.
I believe you can integrate any other waypoint / GPS add-on with Zygor guides, if I remember correctly. That'd be something worth looking into yourself if you're interested in that. But the default arrow that they provide is quite simple to use, and I recommend just keeping with the default one. So as you can see, it's just automatically picking up quest items. It's really effortless. You really have to do nothing other than just right-click, perform your spells when you need to get in combat. That's really about it. Okay, so we just put us in a robot. We have to go down here and kill 20 goblin technicians and 5 goblin harvesters. See, we never even have to open our quest log. We don't even have to look at the information. It just tells us everything we need to do. Alright, so let's kill these goblin technicians. Kill them with a flamethrower. Oh, I love these quests. Come on, get toasted, get fried. We're making some bacon. Making bacon. That's right. Let's see, what other spells do we have here? Freezing Beam. Nice. Fire and Ice. Sounds like a Prince album. Alright. Looks like we're just going to keep toasting all these people. Yeah, come on. Get burned. Get burned like the day you got dumped. Valentine's Day. So cold. Ice burn. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, you'll have a lot of fun with Zygor guides. And once again, as I said at the beginning of the video, we have a free trial link in the description if you want to get Zygor guides yourself and try it out for free. You get a lot of features with the trial version. It's really, really awesome. So after you trial it, if you want to buy Zygor guides, you can do so through the official website, which is also in the description if you decide to buy it. It looks like this guy's already tagged. We're gonna kill him anyway. Alright. So we need a few more goblin... Nope, we're gonna goblin technicians. This will be our last harvester, and we can turn the quest after that. Nice. There we go. We're all good now. Click the red arrow on your hotbar. Well, apparently that's not the red arrow they mean. They mean the yellow arrow. Well, you get the story. You get the picture. So we follow the path up, and go to the next waypoint again, 36 yards away approx. And back to Lord Falamir and his merry men. Alright, so we just automatically turned the quest in for us, and look, we're almost already level 32. And this video is clocking in at, I'm not sure, maybe under 20 minutes now. We'll know in post-edit. We'll know in post-production. But I think that we've demonstrated most of the leveling features. Let me see if there's anything I've missed. Nothing that is particularly pertinent to leveling. So I think we're good on this. If you want to find out more about Zygor and Zygor Guides, check out the link in our description, subscribe to our channel, check back for future videos. Once again, I promise you, Zygor Guides will make everything easier for you in the game. You're never going to want to go to another website like Wowhead again once you have Zygor Guides. It literally puts all the information that you need on World of Warcraft at your fingertips, along with a dynamic guide interface that guides you along on missions, quests, reputation farming, pet battles, you name it. It really does everything. Once again, I'm your host, Jeremiah. Thank you for watching, and please purchase Zygor Guides or try the free trial. Because if you want to level up a bunch of alts, or level up your professions, or whatever else, this is the best way to do it without buying. Once again, my friends, thanks for watching, and check back for future reviews on different World of Warcraft add-ons, bots, and so on and so forth. Obviously, we're giving Zygor a 10 out of 10. I'd give it a 50 out of 10 if we had such a rating, you know. It's really the best guide out there. Use it, buy it, and have a good evening.